Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. I am in the midst of working kind of under the hood, doing a little bit of dress up things, and I wasn't happy. I had installed the Racer X fender shrouds, and I had ordered a Mishimoto Coolant Tank, and the red color of both of those was nowhere near close to the red on the engine cover, and it really bothered me. The OCD, let's be honest, the OCD was coming out hard, and it was every time I popped the hood I was just like, this just doesn't look right. So originally I had planned on having them powder coated to match the engine cover, but after looking through what must have been 20 different shades of red, none of them matched the red of the engine cover. So I ended up taking the engine cover to a local paint place that does a bunch of automotive paint, and they matched the color to the red on the engine cover. So that worked out much better. Now I had the ability at least to spray the fender shrouds the red and to paint the coolant tank red, and everything would match and look more appropriate, cleaner, tight in, and I knew I would be a lot happier with that. So I then decided to kind of take it one step farther. So I ended up trying to come up with a little paint scheme on the coolant tank, so it wasn't just one red color or one black color. And so let me show you what I did. And now the reds all tie in together, and I'm very, very happy. So there's the two fender shrouds from Racer X on the left there, and then a Mishimoto coolant tank reservoir right there. So they all came in a color red that did not match anything else, and they were all different shades of red. So I went ahead and painted them and had a red mixed up to match the red on the engine cover that came from the factory. So now all this will match. Should look pretty good. The Mishimoto coolant tank, I painted the body black, the top red, and then highlighted the M on the top of it in white. So it was all the GR colors. So here is the beautiful red on the engine cover, and I really do like it. It's just a really vibrant, bright red. So now here is the fender shroud. I've got it off right there. I haven't put it back on yet because of that. I want to change that out, and I'll show you that in just a second. Then come over to here, and I have that one installed. And now the reds match. So they're very, very close, and I'm much happier with it. The other red just was kind of a duller. I did this in a satin finish, and because that's kind of what that appeared to be also. So I've got these, I've got that one to put on. And let's be honest, I've just never liked that clear tank. It's an eyesore to me underneath the engine, you know, where I have this gorgeous matte carbon fiber, matte forged carbon fiber, signed by Toyota's chief engineer on the GR Corolla. Saito-san, was amazing to meet him and talk to him, and I look forward to doing it again. So I did recently had the matching fuse box cover, so that tied in, and then I had the cover from Sixth, and they cut that out. So with this, what I did is I have a little piece of metal that I painted, and I'm going to attach it to the back of this so so the Sixth pops out with red. So I'm excited to get that. And then this is my coolant tank. So I ordered it in red, but again, the red was a matte color that didn't even come close to matching. But this, I'm excited. So I painted the body black, the top red, and then my wife cut me out with white vinyl, an M to match the M on top. So I tried to paint this line right here. That didn't work very well, the level line. So she is going to cut me out a little piece of vinyl for that too, so that it looks better. And I covered the tag when I painted it and peeled that off, but I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. And so this will sit in there like that. And that's going to look 1,000 times better. I really like the Radium Engineering coolant tank overflow, and that's what I wanted to put in here originally. And I have their oil catch can mounted there. But I was concerned because I read the Radium one comes in multiple parts, and a lot of people were commenting that they were having problems with coolant leaks through the seals and the gaskets and whatnot. So I decided to do the Mishimoto one because it's a single welded piece. So everything's welded up, and so there's really, the only places that you could leak from would be your two hoses and possibly the O-ring behind the level here. So this is to see the level. And but I'm excited to get that installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this connector right here to get that wire out of the way because it goes between the two, and do this bolt right here. And there's really nothing else holding this in. And then I'm just going to kind of pull the whole thing back up, and I will use some hose clamps or some hose pliers that I have to pinch these, and then I'll switch the lines, and then I can put it right back and then connect that back up. So it shouldn't be too terribly difficult to do. And I can raise it up too, so it's the highest point. So that's the plan. So I'm gonna get this guy off real quick and have everything ready to go. So as soon as my wife tells me that she cut that white strip, I can attach that and do the swap. I don't think it'll take me more than a few minutes. Famous last words, I know. I just want to point out something for you guys. If you guys don't have some tools like this that are designed to get off the plugs, these connectors right here, you need to get it. So this one was on the bottom. You can see right there. So it was kind of on the bottom like this. So it was connected like that, and it was hard to get my finger in there. So, but being able to go in like this, and literally this bottom prong there pushes up on it, and then you get a grip, and once it pushes in, then you're able to pull it right off. These things can be worth their weight in gold. I undid this bolt. That's the only thing that's holding it in. There's a pin on the bottom where it sits down into that hole right there. And I used some hose clamps to clamp off the hoses so I didn't lose any fluid down through the hose. And now I just need to undo these two clamps and hook in the new one. This is what I came up with. So I'll just put this pan in the bottom of it and then release the bottom hose, and then this can go ahead and empty out. Try to do this without getting in the way of the camera. Let's go ahead and move this one too. So what these do, hose clamp pliers, is you get a good clamp on there, and you can actually, this little lever snaps so it doesn't close until you move it. So there we go. That's enough. Oh yeah, there we go. Sure. Okay. That's beautiful. It actually all poured back into this container. So let's try the big one now. Ah, there we go. Wow, this is awesome. Look at that. And spill any. Well, not true. There's one little drop in there. That was beautiful. I couldn't have done that any better than if I'd tried. So now, yeah. Okay. That hose. There's that hose. Both hoses are back on. Let me get some coolant. I think before I open those, I want to have some coolant in the tank. So I poured some coolant in, and I took off the lower hose clamp, and I forgot to hit record. So I apologize for that, but it's not a lot of anything exciting that happened. So now I just want to grab the clamp here. There we go. So now the lower clamp is on. Now I can take this and put the little foot down in its hole, just like that. Just feeds right through there. There we go. Lovely. Oops. I don't know how many times I've knocked that board over. Okay, so now I can put this in place. Bolt that back in. There we go. I'll snug that down here in just a bit. And now and remove that clamp out of the way and go ahead and loosen this clamp. It won't leak through the hoses without this clamp on it, because the system's not pressurized right now. So now go ahead and grab a hold of this clamp. There we go. Now that one's on. So both clamps are on now. This is a bleed screw right here. I can go ahead and fill this up. So that white line right there is the cold level, which actually it's right on. Perfect. So now I don't want to start it right now because I'm not ready to run it. But when I'm getting ready to take it for a drive, I'll start it and I'll make sure that burps from any air that might have been caught in the two tubes. So, but other than that, we should be good to go. I can pull the funnel, tighten the cap down on it, and go from there. We'll be ready to roll. And now I can also put that fender shroud back on, because it was this bolt that I wanted to make sure I had access to. So I can tighten that bolt, put the 2 small bolts on that, like you see on that one, and that will be buttoned up. I am really excited for how that looks. Here is everything buttoned back up. So I've got the fender shrouds from Racer X back on, the Mishimoto Coolant Tank. Everything is color matched to the red on the OEM engine cover. So it looks so much better now. I even did a little something with the 6th air box so that the letters popped also. I painted a piece and attached it from the inside, piece of metal. And that looks fantastic and just ties right in with the other little bits. A little detail, but what a difference that makes. It turned out better than I could have ever hoped for. Absolutely fantastic, and I am thrilled with the results. So guys, what do you think? What do you think of what I was trying to do? Did I pull it off? What do you think of the final results? I'm very happy with it. It looks absolutely stunning. And, you know, I kind of come up with a vision in my own head and hope that it ends up being at least what I hoped it would be, and this exceeded it. So you love it when I do kind of some things like this, a little creative in the scheme of things too. So while also doing some upgrades like the Mishimoto Coolant Tank, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I sure would appreciate it. And if you like this kind of things, you know, share, like it. Please subscribe if you don't already. I appreciate all the support. And for anybody that's gotten this far too, please make sure you hit the like button. It's painless and it just takes a split second. I sure would appreciate the support. And until next time, guys, we'll see you down the road.